Hey guys, welcome to this new video. Today I'm back to the rooftop to share with you about the current situation of the outbreak in Ho Chi Minh City. And I want to give you some important news that just happened, and so you can plan either your stay in Vietnam or either entering Vietnam in the next week or months. If you recognize here, so this is District 4. So you may see on my back a lot of tiny houses. Here there is like two buildings with a lot of foreign companies here hiring some foreigners. And over there you have District 1 that you may recognize if you know Saigon. So I'm going to bring you around so you can see a little bit the building I'm living on. And I want to discuss with you about the current outbreak. What's the situation right now? And actually I took my motorbike on Saturday night to take my motorbike for all the places that you may know if you've been traveling here, like Lê Thanh Ton, the post office, Notre Dame de Saigon, the Ben Thanh Market, or Bui Vien. You won't recognize those places. And I'm sure you're gonna be shocked. You're gonna be shocked by how the city is empty. You're gonna be shocked how all the buildings are closed and some streets are under quarantine. So check this video until the end. So you're gonna see all my city night tour and you will see all the situation that is here right now in Ho Chi Minh City. From about 4 weeks now, we've been having social distancing. So authorities were telling us first to stay at home. They closed the coffee, the restaurant, the bars. We only can take away. So there is no way that you can go out and enjoy the life as you may have seen on my previous video. So this is the situation we have for 1 month. At the beginning, they planned to do only for 2 weeks. Finally, they extended it for 2 more weeks. And now, just a few days ago, we got the news that it's going to be undetermined. So they don't really give any deadline and tell us where this is going to stop. So yeah, the situation is not as good as it was before. You can see here, so the other part of District 1. So you may see here just the building under construction next to Ben Thanh Market. You will see it actually on the video when I did the city tour by night. And you see here's the financial district. So directly the Hertz district of District 1. So this current situation means that they were not able to really control the pandemic and the wave that is happening right now. We got here actually over the last year in Da Nang, in Hanoi. In Ho Chi Minh City, we're pretty lucky until now, and now I feel that this is our turn to be locked at home. So we have a lot of work from home policies that are shared by our co-working space and office building. So it's just a time, to adapt and to basically feel what you guys may have seen in Europe for at least a year or sometime a year and a half. So now the situation is like this one in Ho Chi Minh City. That's why I wanted to share for you guys, because some of you guys are currently waiting to come here. I've been helping a few entrepreneurs to set up their company here and to prepare their coming here. So right now the situation changed a little bit. So I would definitely invite you to enjoy France, enjoy Europe nowadays if you can, and then maybe postpone a little bit your entry either in September or for autumn. So this is the other part actually of my building, so you have a place here where families can play with the kids. It's quite tiny, but I feel like this is the good size, it's not like overcrowded, just maybe every night you have just a few families coming here. So it stays really pretty quiet and kind of the good mix of the building I expected. So yeah, coming back of the situation that is happening right now, we have a recent news that just popped up like last week. They start to talk about a 7-day quarantine for people who are vaccinated. So it sounds a good news, but there is a but. It's like in Vietnam here, we have, I think now, less than 1% of the whole population that is vaccinated. Because the country has been able to really handle the pandemic so far very well. And so it was probably not their priority to vaccinate the Vietnamese citizens, the expatriates, everyone living in Vietnam. So you see, this is the situation of the pool. We have here the pool for the kids, and here our pool. So you feel that the building is a little bit not so well taken care, but obviously we cannot go inside. The gym is also closed, so this is really to invite people to really stay at home, minimize going out, etc. And I guess by keep doing it, we'll be able to control the pandemic. So coming back to those 7 days of quarantine, what they want to start to do is that they're going to take 2 airports, one in the north near Haiphong and one in the south in Phu Quoc, so the island in the south of Vietnam. And for those 2 locations, they want to start to let people coming into Vietnam with the vaccine. And I guess they want to make a trial, so they want to see if they can scale this 7-day like short quarantine period for the people who are vaccinated, like we have already in Thailand and in other countries in Southeast Asia. They want to take it as a trial. That's why I say but, because it sounds a good news. Yes, it's good, it's going in a good direction, but at the same time, because really just a few percentage of the population is vaccinated right now, I don't think they will really, open it like very fast. So you have to be ready to either you plan to come here, let's say for the autumn, if you are like one of my clients, or if you are considering opening a company, coming here to do business, you can still launch the process, but just to let you know that you are still between this uncertainty area where either you can come and the 7 days is already implemented, either you have to stay 21 days in a hotel. So the budget is quite high if this is the kind of relocation you want to do. If you want to learn more about this, for sure, check in the description. I will leave a link so we can get in touch, and we can discuss about your expatriation project, and I can tell you honestly if it's a good time to do it or if you should just postpone it for the next months or maybe next year. So this is the situation about that good news. Again, it's going in a good direction, but let's not be too optimistic, right? And let's just see how things gonna turn step by step. Another important news that I wanted to share with you is that because Vietnam didn't take the vaccination policy for all their citizens very early, again, because here the situation was very good until very, very recently. So I understand why the authorities didn't want to buy vaccine when all the countries around the world were really facing that issue. And because of that, now we are late. So it means that either there is already a lot of orders everywhere from countries, richer countries than Vietnam, who bought vaccine. So right now, the orders that Vietnam is taking and not doing, we have to expect it coming in the next months. Nothing will come very, very fast. I know Japan was giving for free or inviting people here to take the vaccine. It's the same from China. But you know what people think about AstraZeneca. So that's the vaccine that Japan was giving, and the other one from China. Like, Vietnamese are still cautious. If you've been to Vietnam during this pandemic, if you know the way here people think, they would take things very slowly. They would want to check the source. They would want to compare. They're going to check Vietnamese source, but they're going to also compare it to what people say overseas. And obviously, there is not a very good reputation, and people don't trust so much AstraZeneca. So here, those more than 1 million doses of AstraZeneca, probably people will take it. But again, like us, expatriate people in my network, many people are just saying, hey, let's wait that the Pfizer are going to come and other way of vaccinate will be available here. So as you can see, there is some good news, there is some less optimistic news that are here in Ho Chi Minh City. But my main goal through this video was to share you about the situation on the streets that you may have seen around all this video. It was important for me because, again, I have some customers waiting to come. And when you take this kind of relocation package, is few $1,000s, right? Let's say you have to come here, either you find a job and then you have to do all the paperwork to get your work permit, etc., and your visa entry, or it's investors and they're gonna put on the table few $1,000s as well. Of course, Vietnam will still be an attractive country with a lot of opportunities. If you are a foreigner, if you are high skilled worker, if you already have a business overseas and you want to enter Vietnam either to expand your activity or either to find here talent to grow a team, obviously Vietnam will still be attractive for you. It's just that nowadays maybe you have to be a little bit more patient, enjoy the summer in Europe. I would love actually to come back to Europe now. I didn't go back to France for I think at least 2 years. So we are also waiting for some good news for either a 7-day quarantine or either something that is more comfortable for us to predict exactly when I can leave and when I can come back. Even because I have my own company here, I could do all the paperwork and leave and come back, but obviously spending thousands of dollars in flights, in quarantine and in other paperwork, and also the time that it takes is not really something you want to kind of take over, right? Because we have a lot of things to do on the side. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, a little bit like on the flow to share you about the current situation. So you can be either more prepared if you want to come here, or either if you are in other cities in Southeast Asia or in Vietnam, you see a little bit the situation that we are here. Thanks for watching, and I see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Been down and I'ma get it right. Dead on sight like